Now, Shannon Musical Society celebrating a remarkable success after scooping 3 major honours at the Association of Irish Musical Societies Awards. Their production of Come From Away earned 8 nominations and went on to win Best Overall Show, Best Ensemble and Best Director. And joining us now to reflect on an unforgettable journey are the Chairperson of the Shannon Musical Society, Tom Barrett, and their PRO, Jaymee Carrig. Folks, a very good morning to both of you.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
And you look well recovered from the weekend that was in it. We'll get to the awards in just a moment, but first off, congratulations. I was surprised because we were talking off air and I was asking you, Tom, about the Friday and Saturday at the awards. I was asking how many were there, and you said around 60. That's a real indication of just how many people are involved with Shannon Musical Society, and there's probably even more who weren't able to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, and there's a couple of groups around, and we have plenty of friends across different music societies around the place as well. But you know, during the week of a show, we'd have 100 volunteers between cast, volunteers, backstage, front of house. And that's, you know, the people that are involved in the week, but there's so many more across the community that have been involved over the years. Yeah, it's great, the community that we have, and you know, we can always do shout outs for anything we need, really, and there's just a great cohort there that'll help us out when we need it. So yeah, it's really nice to have that massive group of friends we can have the crack with.
And I suppose, Jaymee, it shows how rewarding it can be to be involved with a group like the Shannon Musical Society. You know, as Tom says, be they front of house, behind the scenes, on stage, to make something like Come From Away come off, without a hitch or as few hitches as possible, and go on to win awards must be really rewarding.
There's never a dull moment in show week, and it's such a great experience no matter what part of the department you're involved in. It's great crack. So
tell us a bit then, Tom, about Come From Away. Is this a well-worn production in terms of various societies tackling this one? Is it relatively new? Tell us a bit more about it.
It's quite new to the amateur scene. There was a good amount that did it this year, but I saw it a few years ago in the West End. So yeah, it's a true story about the people of Gander in Newfoundland, Canada, during the 9/11 attacks, when the airspace closed. Pretty much the population of the town doubled. Everyone went to that small airport in the Canadian airspace. So it's a story about an aviation town like Shannon, a real community-driven spirit, and I think a lot of people connected to that in the audience. It was very easy for us as a cast as well to really feel that, you know, not every show has that personal connection that you can really tie into and dive into.
And if you can, the chances of success increase exponentially, because you can really, give your best performance, I guess.
Exactly. It was just great to have, the community loved it. We had a sold out run, 7 nights. It was like over 2,000 audience members. Just all the feedback from our patrons and sponsors, which is great to support. They do everything for us, so for them to really enjoy a show is so important as well.
And that's what you all want, Jaymee, but the award success, that's the cherry on the cake, but a cake is even nicer when there's a cherry on top of it. So winning these awards, you had 8 nominations. Is it, how do the Association of Irish Musical Society Awards work? Do they have judges who take in as many productions as possible and they nominate you? Do members of the public nominate you? Do you put forward your own submission?
You put forward your own submission and you to be adjudicated or whatever. And there's 2 sections, a Gilbert and a Sullivan. We were part of the Sullivan section this year, and there is one person who goes to all of the shows in the Sullivan section, and he basically picks what he thought was best and gives those nominations to those categories then. Obviously we were up for 8, too many. I can't even
just
think off the top of my head. But the 3 that we won, as amazing that it is that we won them, we don't do them for the awards. We do it for the love of the society and the friends that you make along the way. But again, winning the awards is
pretty cool.
Amazing.
It's pretty cool nonetheless. I don't know, like in the past, Tom, have you received much of a nod? Is this unusual territory for Shannon Musical Society in terms of nominations and award success?
It's a society record, the 8. But we've had a long history. Won Best Overall before. I forget the year now, with half a sixpence. Probably in the 80s. Society's been around since 1978. So I think we've been part of AIMS every year. So yeah, it's we often get a nomination of some kind. But it's probably the best year we've had in terms of AIMS. But yeah, it's great to have it and to kind of to see, our EI Electronics and Shannon Musical Hotel are our main sponsors, and even for them to kind of see all the hard work. They love coming to see our shows and supporting the town, but it's just nice for them as well to get that extra bit of recognition.
For sure. So make us all jealous, Jaymee. What were the aims like? It was Friday and Saturday. Where were they happening? How glitzy and glamorous was it?
So it was in the INEC in Killarney, and it was absolutely electric. It was it's the best crack you'll ever have. I would recommend anyone, if they could ever go, to go. Friday night's a bit of it's a dress up kind of fancy dress. This year's theme was brush up on your Shakespeare, so we all went as bumblebees, from the quote to be or not to be, and there must have been 1,000 bees.
It was a popular theme.
Yeah,
it was a popular theme. And then Saturday is obviously black tie dinner event, and that's again I think,
glad you didn't get your costumes mixed up.
I know, yeah. But the Saturday night, I've always enjoyed it when I've gone, but again, being up the front and I went up for the best ensemble award, and watching everything happen right in front of my eyes was just, it's such an amazing experience overall.
I can tell by the reactions on both of your faces. It was a fantastic night, and look, as you say, the reaction and full houses and people speaking glowingly about the performances afterwards is really what it's all about. But this is a nice addition to that. If people, Tom, want to get involved with Shannon Musical Society, maybe they've been thinking about doing this kind of thing, and what they've heard during this chat has kind of convince them. How do they enlist? How do they sign up?
Yeah, look, we have a lot of social presence, Instagram, Facebook. That's probably the easiest way to find us, even online. But for people who want to get their toes wet, just help out backstage is always a great time. You don't have to commit too much if you want to just get a flavour of it. Obviously, we're next year we have an Irish premiere of Wonderland. Our applications are actually closed for that for the last week to actually be part of the cast. But there's so much you can do to help out. You're making props and making costumes and helping out backstage, front of house. We also often have fundraisers and get-togethers and workshops throughout the year as well. So yeah, to find us on social media and come join and have some fun.
Okay, I've no doubt we'll be speaking to you ahead of your next production, but congratulations to both of you and everyone else involved with the society. It sounds like half the town is involved with it there. Jaymee Carrig, the PRO for the Shannon Musical Society, and their chairperson Tom Barrett. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you very much
for joining me on
Thank you.
Morning Focus.